I say, what's there? It looks like a bear on a swing in a ring doing any old thing. Not the humdrum teddy bear kind that anyone anywhere just might find. Oh no, this bear's a bear behind. Looks like it's going to be a lovely day. Look where Bridie is. There you are, Bridie. You do look comfortable. Great big dog, head upon his toes. Tiny little bee settles on his nose. Great big dog, thinks it's a fly. Never says a word, winks very sly. Tiny little bee tickles dog's nose. Thinks like as not 'tis a pretty rose. Dog smiles a smile, winks his other eye. Chuckles to himself how he'll catch a fly. Then he makes a snap, very quick and spry. Does his level best, but doesn't catch the fly. Tiny little bee, alive and looking well. Great big dog, mostly gone to swell. Dear friends and brothers all, don't be too fast and free. And when you catch a fly, be sure it's not a bee.
Every bee that ever was partly sting and partly buzz. Every bee that ever was partly sting and partly buzz. Oh. I bet she's going to fill me up with all her stuff again. Ooh.
Lemonade, apple, sandwiches. I really couldn't survive without my lemonade and apple.
Well, she can keep her lemonade and apple. I'll have a please sandwich, cheese. No, I mean a knee sandwich, please. Sorry, I mean a fleas sandwich, please. No, a please sandwich, please. No. I'll have a donut. I'll have a please sandwich, cheese. No, I mean a knee sandwich, please. Sorry, I mean a fleas sandwich, please. No, a please sandwich, please. No. I'll have a donut. It's not a donut, it's a fish cake.
Great, someone's flying a kite. How bright on the blue is a kite when it's new. With a dive and a dip, it snaps its tail, then soars like a ship, with only a sail as over tides of wind it rides, climbs to the crest of a gust and pulls, then seems to rest as wind falls. When string goes slack, you wind it back and run until a new breeze blows, and its wings fill and up it goes. How bright on the blue is a kite when it's new, but a raggeder thing you never will see, when it flaps on a string in the top of a tree.
Well, of course there's something raggeder than a kite. Raggedest thing I know is a scarecrow. I may look raggy and queer, but I bow to no man. My face may look silly and sad, but I'm no snowman. I may stand stiff and still, but hold my head high. I raise my old top hat to no one, not even when you walk by. Well, he's not scary at all. The crows round here must be very stupid.
I've got something in my shoe. I'll have to take my shoes and socks off.
Oh, I just hope she doesn't tread on any of my mates with her bare feet, like an earwig or a snail or a centipede. A centipede can run at great speed because of his number of legs, but when he hangs out his socks to dry, it costs him a fortune in pegs. A centipede likes to wear Wellington boots, but because of his centipede brain, it takes such a time to sort out all the pairs that he's never in time for the rain. A centipede has 100 legs, but I'm glad that I haven't, because when the front of a centipede gets where it's going, his back end is still where it was.
Oh, good. Somewhere to sit, because I'm getting hungry. They said about Arthur, "You're too fat." They said, "You can never win, only make a fool of yourself." They said, "Arthur, think again." But Arthur was sick of the insults. He was tired of all the names. He was fed up with never being asked to play when they picked the teams for games. So secretly he went running in the evenings after tea, past the allotments down to the old canal where he thought no one would see. And there each night Arthur ran alone, till his fat pink legs were numb, and the sweat on his face was a river, and his lungs beat like a drum. He ran past locks and bridges where abandoned factories reared, where the wind on the water called his name, and only the silence jeered. Then finally Sports Day came around, and Arthur jogged to his place, and the mocking shouts of the jeering crowd made the tears course down his face. But the jeers and the laughter died away when the starter fired his gun, and a voice rang clear across the field. "Just look at that fat boy run!" 2 laps from home and Arthur lies fourth. There's a map of pain on his face, and only his rage keeps him running as he moves up into 3rd place. He inches up on the second boy. The leader's just 10 yards ahead, and the voice of the crowd is a roar in his head, and the faces a sea of red. And Arthur the fat boy sees the tape, and his pride has become a mine, and he scratches with his will for strength there as his legs swim for the line. And Arthur the fat boy makes 1st place, but the sky is upside down, and the finish appears to be moving away as he falls to his knees on the ground. He can hear the second boy closing fast, but his legs have turned to lead, and his brain can't hear his willpower scream through the blizzard in his head. And though for the first time in his life he hears the crowd call his name, Arthur lies stranded high and alone, beached on a rack of pain. Then a mocking voice rings high and clear. It's a voice he's heard all his life, and the jeering, leering mockery twists in his heart like a knife. And it's anger that sets him moving, anger that lifts him again. It's anger that pushes his aching legs crawling across the line. And Arthur the fat boy dreams he's in bed, and he clings to his dream in fear. So many cold mornings he's woken to see his happiness disappear. And Arthur reluctantly wakens himself, and the world turns like a wheel. And Arthur, for the first time in his life, awakes to a dream that's real. Hold fast to dreams, for if dreams die, life is a broken-winged bird who cannot fly. Hold fast to dreams, for when dreams go, life is a barren field, frozen with snow.
The dandelion puff is a very queer clock. It doesn't say tick, and it doesn't say tock. It hasn't a cuckoo. It hasn't a chime. And I really don't think it could tell me the time.
Come on, Buzz. Time for home.